What's going on, guys? DaveOfTheDead here with something similar to Force of Doom. It's called Judge Dredd Countdown Sector 106. It's the same kind of style, but instead of like a fantasy, it's sci-fi with Judge Dredd. And I'm a Judge Dredd fan, so I figured I'd give it a shot, as it shows the lawmaker. So here we go. You walk into the control room. The room is a hive of activity and efficiency as judges and auxiliaries hand out assignments to deal with the day-to-day crimes found in the sector. Live camera feeds bring up the up-to-second information for ongoing situations, providing judges on the ground with the updates they need to perform their duties. Lush is a senior officer who you know only by reputation. A judge of the old school, he has worked his way to the current position through fierce determination and a strict application of the law, a man worthy of command. Lush is rapidly approaching a time where retirement looms. Why? And retirement looms, however, you can see age and old injuries from the streets have begun to catch up with him. He grimaces as he rises from his chair and approaches, shaking your hand. A pleasure to meet you, Dredd. This is my team. Lush indicates a number of senior judges watching the vid screens alongside the sector chief, Gonzalez, Mersham, Wilbur, Toaster, Palmer, Kwan. I believe you'd worked with Kwan before? Together we run the sector, and while things can never be regarded as great, I'd like to think we do as good a job as any sector house. It's good to have you on board. The loss of so many senior judges could have really let the perps off the hook. Gonzalez here was able to get through the necessary paperwork on time, so there should be enough officers out there. Mersham is B Watch Commander, so he will be looking after you, at least initially. Toaster and Kwan oversee A and C watches, respectively. I'm sure you'll get to work with them later. I'm due to speak at the opening of a new Maestro Heights development at Harry Houdini Block, hence the full regalia. We have the normal problems of any sector, plus the added issues of having port facilities, although we keep a tight lid on things. There are a few ongoing investigations you might want to become familiar with. Other than that, I doubt there is much more I need to say to a judge of your caliber. Now, I must go prepare in my office. Gonzalez here will look after any paperwork you need. Nice to have you on board. Having completed his introduction, Senior Chief Lush nods to you and the rest of his team before departing for his side office. If you have any further business here, turn to 99. Or, if you choose to leave the area and go on patrol, turn to 117. I guess we'll 199? You decide you might need to be sure on one or two more things before proceeding. If you want to ask Lush about ongoing investigations, go 93. We discuss your patrol with Judge Mersham. You may watch how the control room operates. Or choose to leave the area. Let's discuss the patrol. Come on in, Dredd, Mersham says, gesturing you into his office. You have a roving brief, but I'll also want you to patrol the northwestern quadrant, as you'll be the senior judge assigned to that area during B-Watch. The area is rife with Juve gangs and has a lot of street-level crime, which I know is your forte. A number of local perps have gotten wind of our judge shortage and think they can get away with their crimes more easily. I want you to dissuade them. Your lawmaster will be updated with details on your patrol area. Since you have not worked this sector before, I recommend you make full use of the data it can provide. God, I can't read that. We have heard rumors of a major heist going down somewhere in the area, and have spotted a couple of out-of-sector heisters nearby. We're sure you can handle it, but backup will be available if you request it, just in case you can't. Your meeting with Mersham is over. You move on, and leaving him to his paperwork. Let's go again. The sector house provides you with numerous ways in which to prepare your patrolling for the streets. You have time to perform 3 of the following tasks before patrol starts. Okay. Firing range, armory, mess hall, sleep machine, briefing room, garage. Let's go armory. The armory is full of tech judges working on equipment and ensuring everything is in full working order before the judges hit the streets. A tech by the name of Kinson takes your lawgiver from you and assigns you a replacement, noting that according to his records, your current one has been long overdue for servicing. You manage to get a few shots off the firing range with your new gun and find it to be perfectly balanced. Your lawgiver skill increases by 1. Woo! I guess we'll do firing range and then the sleep machine. Whoa! Phew, I got an achievement. Okay, go away. The firing range is of an older design, but more than sufficient for your needs. Robotic targets present themselves in a mock street scene, shooting at you with stun blasters. You quickly get your eye in and manage a near-perfect round of scoring, ironing out any kinks from your journey here. Your lawgiver's skill increases by 1. The robots go down with a selection of well-placed shots before you complete the course. You turn around to leave the area and you spot a couple of auxiliaries in the viewing gallery. They quickly move on when they realize you have become aware of your audience. Okay, and sleep machine! Although you're not a fan of the sleep machines, you realize they are absolutely necessary for judges to perform their duties as well as they do. God, I wish I could have a sleep machine. The auxiliary in charge quickly leads you to one of the 6 machines and turns it on. It feels like only moments later you awaken, fully refreshed. Just over an hour in the machine means you are ready to hit the streets again. Your vitality increases by 8 and my fitness by 1. You leave the area and move on. Okay. Well, let's go! The perps of 106 are about to get a rude awakening. Let's go. You leave the sector house behind, riding your lawmaster along a 4-lane megway. The high-speed route rapidly takes you to your patrol area where you begin your shift in earnest. You drive down one of the main thoroughfares on City Bottom. The nearby Ken Russell block is the turf of the Russell Rude Boys, a notorious Juve gang, while the Samuel Walton shopping promenade is a favorite target for petty criminals. As there are currently no crimes being reported in your proximity, you take a moment to consider where to patrol next. Ken Russell block or the shopping center? Let's go to the promenade. Whoa, crap. Silver Surfer, what are you doing? Samuel Walton Promenade is a busy area, popular with the nearby blocks as an alternative to the ubiquitous block malls. It is also a magnet for criminal elements who prey upon the shoppers and visitors in the area. As you approach the street from the side, you see a low-flying sky surfer swoop down and grab a handbag from a young woman, knocking her off her feet in the process. Do you immediately open fire, hoping to bring down the perp? You get closer for a better shot, or do you call for backup, or attempt a pursuit? Well, I got 2 up on my lawgiver skill, so yeah. You get off a quick shot, but not quick enough. The sky surfer has passed from your view before you were able to take proper aim, and your round buries itself in a building opposite. The sky surfer has left your field of vision, probably heading off down the main street. Yeah. Quickly moved in the street, but first flown off sight. See if we control spot the perp, use the street cameras. Drive down the street, attempt to spot the thief. Let's not call for help yet. Search the immediate vicinity for the thief, but he has disappeared. You feel he is nearby, lying low, as even with a power board it is unlikely he could have fled quickly enough to escape the notice of street cameras for long. Begin to search for a wider area. Oh shit. I think I fucked up. Perp has eluded me. Shit. Having dealt with a few minor perps, you are contacted by Control. Dredd, we have reports of theft at Goldbling's Jewelers on Hip-Hawk Street. Hip-Hawk. Proceed there at once. Manager of the store is reporting the theft of items. The perpetrator of the crime is still on the scene. You race there with your lawmaster. When you arrive at the store, you are led in by a female shop assistant. Inside, 2 men are arguing loudly. The first is a thin black man in a skinny red jacket and gray slacks. He wears several pieces of jewelry, a neck chain, several rings, and a pair of earrings, and a name tag with the legend L. Brown. L. Brown, manager, printed out upon it. Second man is Hispanic with a mustache and wears a white jumpsuit with orange City Slicker brand casual shoes. I can't stop yawning, I'm sorry. When they see you, both begin to raise their voices in an attempt to get their side of the story across. It quickly becomes clear that L. Brown, the man in the shiny red jacket and the name tag, is the manager of the store. The second man in the white jumpsuit is the accused thief. Pointing at the accused, the manager exclaims, "This man stole 3 entire days of expensive rings. Arrest him." 3 days? Or 3 trays, sorry. 3 days. 3 trays, the alleged thief cries. "I have never been so insulted. Hey, Judge, don't you listen to him. Search me if you want it, but you will find nothing. He accuses me of being a cheap thief? Pah! 1 minute, I take out the trays," the manager continues angrily, "and then when I turn my back just for an instant to fetch another, all my beautiful rings have gone. It had to be him. No one else was in the store, and the store was close enough." "No one but you," the alleged thief interrupts. "I bet you stole the rings and hid them and do all this all the time. You is nothing but a liar and a rat." The accused continues his protestations, and as their argument goes on, the volume increases so that they're shouting at one another in an attempt to drown each other out. Turn the thief and the managers. Check security cameras, because I'm not going to not do that again. The angle is far from perfect, and the body of the alleged thief is in the way of much of what you wish to see, but it appears that the manager was telling the truth. He puts down a tray of rings, and when his back is turned, they appear to jump from the tray towards the other man. The angle of the camera, however, means that you cannot see what happens to the rings, only that they appear to be moving of their own volition towards the alleged thief. Okay, question the shop assistant, search the thief, search the manager. I guess we'll talk to the assistant, see if she saw anything. The assistant, one Millie Knott, explains that she was just cleaning a display case when she heard her boss, Mr. Brown, shout, "Thief!" As soon as he did so, she hit the alarm button, which caused all the doors to lock. The alleged thief was trapped in the shop with them. They've been arguing ever since. Well, she's not any help. Despite the loud protestations of both men, you cuff them both and begin a methodical search of the premises and the other people in it, just in case. However, the search is fruitless and you fail to... What the hell? You'll search the manager. The manager seems to follow you to search him, but he gives you no trouble. You do not find the stolen items in either person. Make an authority roll? I guess. Assert your authority. Roll under your authority skill using 2d6 to succeed. 5. You are the law. Pass judgment. Okay.
Thing you'll do this year.
Sounds like a freaking pinball machine quote. "I told you he was a thief," the manager reasserts, pointing to the accused. He seems to be very nervous around you and is either in awe of your commanding presence or has something to hide. You suspect the latter, and you can do one of the following if you have not already. So I guess we'll do the thief. Search find no trace of stolen items. Okay. Authority roll. Womp. Okay, sure.
Smartest thing you'll do this year.
Throughout your investigation, the alleged thief asserts his innocence. Weird writing there. Claiming he has been set up by the store manager. His protestations are very convincing, and you decide that the store owner is up to something after all. Well, fine. Patrol comes back with information on both. According to tax records, the shop manager, Lucius Brown, has held his position for 6 years. His criminal history is negligible, some minor trouble as a Jew, but nothing to warrant anything more than a verbal warning. He has had no reported criminal activity as an adult. The other man is Armando Del Greco, an immigrant from the Pan Am Conglom. He has been in and out of trouble since he gained citizenship, with a dozen arrests for petty theft. Nothing in the last few years, though. Records indicate he has a prosthetic left arm, top of the range, and impossible to discern if you do not know what you are looking for. Okay. Check the prosthetic arm. Ooh, we did a thing. You grab the man and give his false arm a good yank. Sure enough, it is a prosthetic limb. You begin to remove it, but not with protestations from him. "This is brutality. You're attacking a handicapped man." "Shut up, or I'll do this on your other arm." This threat, even though it is one you would never carry out, serves to keep him quiet, a merciful outcome. The arm itself appears to be fitted with some sort of powerful vacuum cleaner. and you find the missing rings inside a pouch within the arm. The full workings of this will probably need to be looked at by the text. 3 years, creep, plus 6 months for lying to me. But I did not lie, Judge. I did not steal 3 trays, just one. That pig over there must have the other 2 somewhere. Oh. While searching shoplifter, you find a small black and white gadget with a red button on it. The thief claims the gadget is a voice of Dredd, something he bought from a street trader for a few creds. The object fits in the palm of his hand and has a ring of golden colored stars around the edge. There's a small speaker at the top of its front face with a large red button beneath it. An LED display shows the number 209 on it. Beneath this is the legend of VOD in golden lettering. One last component is a small judge's head on the symbol antenna that bobs gently backwards and forwards as you hold it in your hand. The thief laughs and is explaining it's something you flick with your finger when you're annoyed. You decide this is worth adding another 6 months in the creep's sentence for the offense of cheeking a judge. Having examined the voice of Dredd, you can now deal with the perp. You had another 6 months to lying to you? Yeah. Or would you prefer to march outside to the holding post, leave him to his outrageous claims to your back as you leave to continue your patrol? You have good reason to suspect the manager too. You arrange for him to be... We'll do that. Del Greco finally shuts up. With his minor mystery solved, you continue your patrol. You are back on patrol, riding down Pat Garrett Boulevard, when you hear a loud crash in the distance. Control quickly sends out a message. Units in the vicinity of Sam Walton Memorial Drive. A vehicle has been reported as crashing into the Harridge's department store. Multiple casualties. Burpee, excuse me. Units in vicinity, respond. You see a small cloud of dust and smoke in the distance and immediately turn on your siren as you inform Control that you're on your way to the scene. As you get closer, it is obvious that this is a major incident. As stationary traffic quickly builds up, you pass numerous cars, mopeds, and buses until you reach your destination. Once at the store, it is clear that there's going to be numerous casualties. Most of the shop front is rubble, and you can see that the bus has crashed into the department store and is partially collapsed. You can see a Shea Ugly sign, one of the franchises located within Harridge's, precariously hanging onto the wall. Take a moment to check, but it appears that it is not going to fall onto the citizens below just yet. The noise here is deafening, as just about every alarm in the street has been triggered by the crash, although the in Harridge's are by far the loudest. You notice people close to the store are coughing and choking within a dust cloud, and some have fainted. Move quickly to the bus. Medkit. I don't know if I have a medkit. I don't. Yeah, we're gonna need more people here. As you call in support teams, you notice several citizens close to the bus are collapsing, even some of those who have rushed over to help the injured. From within the store, you can just make out the sound of gunfire above the alarms. It is obvious this was no accident. You yell at the citizens on the street to keep clear and update Control about the situation. You take in the tactile situation while pulling down your respirator. Let's go! It is clear this is a major incident. Control confirms it is several minutes away and you must face the perps on your own for now. Let's see. A number of perps estimate. Don't know how many of them that were in that bus, but there was loads, Judge. Maybe 10, maybe 20. A helpful punk informs you as you roughly cuff him to a nearby post. Thanks for the information, creep. Don't think it will get you any time for stealing from the injured, though. 3 years in an ISO cube make you think again about doing this in the future. Aw man, 3 years? Look, they was dying anyway. What they need their creds for? Having dealt with the perp, you are now ready to enter the store. Well, let's go in the way they came. Let's go through the crashed bus. In the next episode, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like. Subscribe, maybe. Yeah, alright. And as always, guys, keep being awesome. You guys are great, and thanks for sticking by me. I've kind of been in a funk. Trying to get out of it. Let's see what happens. And anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye!